In this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite accessory for my DJI Action 4 or any other action camera that I have. This is not an important piece of gear, but if you have it, you can take your content creation to the next level. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm PhotoRabs. I make videos about photography, filmmaking, camera tech related reviews, unboxings, action cams, vlogging kits and so on. If you are interested in these topics, I highly appreciate if you go subscribe to my channel. That's a massive help. And in today's video, as I said in the intro of this video, I'll be talking about a piece of gear. It is not very important for action cameras in 2024, but I still think this piece of gear is a must-have if you would like to take your content creation to the next level. But first, let us talk a little bit about action cameras in the recent years, especially the GoPros, the Insta360 and the DJI. They all have great image quality and they all offer great image stabilization, which is the battlefield of these three cameras. But this stabilization, even though it's an amazing one on these cameras, but it has lots of flaws, and this piece of kit will help you remove these flaws, but you will have some other flaws, some other cons that I'll be mentioning in this video. To be honest, it's not about flaws for this piece of kit, but more likely to be the limitations that this piece of kit will introduce to your workflow with an action camera. And every time I'm going out, I think twice whether I take it with me or I leave it home, and I rely on the stabilization of my action camera itself. As you guessed it, I'm talking about camera gimbals in this video, and I'm using my DJI Action 4 with some K&F concept filters and the filters and the Hohem iSteady MT2. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Hohem. They sent me this gimbal to try it out for free a long time ago. I made a video about it. You can go check it on my YouTube channel. But I was thinking about making this video for so long, and every time I was hesitating because I know that action cameras are meant to be used on their own without some other accessories like gimbals or ND filters. But for me, for my workflow, for the kind of videos I like to produce, I prefer having this gimbal. And in this video, I will tell you my thoughts, why I think this is the perfect piece of gear that I have for my DJI Action 4 or for all my other action cameras. As I just said, and as we already know, that action cameras, they have great image stabilization, but this image stabilization is not at its best with slow shutter speed, and that's a huge problem for me. Even though we can activate the Rocksteady and the Rocksteady Plus on the DJI Action 4, but that means that you will have a crop on the image and will not be using the full size of the sensor of 1/1.3 inches, and instead we will be using a smaller size of the sensor and having less image quality on our footages, and that's not something that we would like to have with action cameras, right? There is another option that we can use in order to have a better image stabilization with our action camera, and that's by bumping up the shutter speed in order to let the stabilization of the camera do its job and works perfectly. But that means that we will remove the natural motion blur on our footages and will not have that cinematic look and that cinematic natural blur, and that's why I don't like it at all. I prefer always shooting in 4K 25 frames per second and my shutter speed 1/50th of the second in order to keep that natural motion blur, and that is not possible if we would like to have great image stabilization without cropping in the sensor and having also the natural blur with the action camera itself without the use of a gimbal. Add to that, in low light conditions, these cameras tend to lower the shutter speed, and that will lead to have jitters on your footages and lots of artifacts, and that's not something that you would like to have on your footages, and that's why having a gimbal is the solution in low light conditions. Having a gimbal also will allow you to be more creative and to get some cinematic shots, whether low to the ground or if you use a selfie stick, or if you get a little bit high, and then you can get some great shots, great rushes, as if it's a drone, even though it's only an action camera. But what I like the most about these kind of gimbals with my action camera is the capability of having this AI tracking sensor, and that means that you have your own cameraman that can follow you, that can track you when you are walking in the streets, when you are doing your shot, and when you are doing your vlog, for example, without the need of a second person with you. And of course, you can find this feature on the DJI Pocket 3. But if you don't want to spend an extra 500 or 600 euros on your Pocket 3, on another Pocket 3, and if you have an action camera, it's really worth it to have this kind of gimbals. So here are 5 reasons why a gimbal is important for action cameras, but this comes at a certain cost. And by the way, I have an affiliate link with Hohem. If you're interested in this kind of gimbals, check it down in the description below. You can save up to 12% on your purchase from their website. But also, having a gimbal for action camera is not something really easy or an easy decision for some of us, because this is a bulky piece of kit compared to an action camera that you can fit literally in your pocket. A gimbal, you cannot fit it in a pocket easily, and it's not a waterproof, it's not heavy duty. I mean that it's not as rugged as an action camera. You have to be careful how you are using the gimbal, and somehow it's not an easy piece of kit to use, even though it's a plug and play, as we can say. But you have to balance your camera. And the advantage of this Hohem i-Steady MP2, as I said in my video concerning this specific gimbal, is that you can use it whether for your action camera, for your smartphone, or even for a mirrorless camera. So this gimbal can fit everything that you have, and that's why I really recommend it for all kind of content creation that you would like to do, whether with an action camera, with your smartphone, or with your mirrorless camera. So that was it for today. If you enjoyed it, let me know that in the comment section below. Let me know also if you are the kind of person that you would like to use a gimbal with an action camera, or if you use a gimbal in your content creation in general. Let me know that in the comment section below. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. That's a massive help. I have lots of affiliate links in the description below. By buying from my affiliate links, you save some money and you help my channel a lot. I have affiliate links with lots of brands. You can check them down in the description below, and you can save up to 12% on Hohem products, whether this gimbal or some other products from their website. Don't hesitate to check them out, and thank you for watching. Ciao for now.